Right. And we are live. All right, guys. We will just hang out here for a bit as people jump on. I did message in the group. We'll see who gets on. But as you guys are joining, make sure that you remember to hashtag in the comments, I am here, or we can't see you. And we won't know your name. I see we've got 2 people watching right now. So just drop hashtag I am here in the comments, guys, and then put your name after so we know who you are. Hello. Let us know who you are, because all we can see is Facebook user. So just let us know what your name is. I see 3 people here. Hashtag, guys, I am here, and drop your name so we can see you. All right, so today we are going to talk about how do you stay motivated? And I have with me Nicole Morgan and Ashley Gill. Both are tribe members. So those of you that are in the tribe, I'm sure you recognize both of these beautiful ladies in the group. And if you're new, you may not know who they are, but they've been, Nicole is fairly new. Ashley's been with me for almost 4 months now, correct?
Yep, since end of January, actually.
Yeah. Hey, Marina. Yeah. Hi, Court. I don't know who the other one. So, guys, yep, as you are coming in, hashtag I am here. All right, we're going to get right down with it. So, guys, I want to talk about how you stay motivated. So, is anybody in here, and drop in the questions. I want to know from both of you guys and those of you that are tuning in, are you always motivated? Are you always motivated to do the laundry? Hi, Lindsay. Are you guys, let me know, yes or no in the comments. Are you always motivated to do the laundry? Are you always motivated to go grocery shopping, wash the car, go to your kid's baseball game? I hate to say that, but I'm thinking you're not. Whatever it might be, are you always motivated? Nicole, are you motivated? No?
Not all the time.
No, I see a heck no. No. And what do we do when we're not motivated? So, I mean, Ashley, the laundry's got to get done.
Oh, yeah. And you have to show up for your kid's baseball game.
Yeah. What about work? I mean, are you always motivated to show up at work?
No, we all have bad days. I mean, yesterday my kid was sick. I had a bad day the day before. It was raining. I don't know. Things come up. I had to work late. So I, didn't go to the grocery store. No, life happens. And it sucks away our motivation as the day goes on, for sure. It doesn't always happen. Nobody is magically motivated 100% of the time.
No. And I'm just curious, what do you do when you're not motivated? I mean, because it's got to get done.
Yeah, absolutely. So that's a big part of it, especially when it's something like laundry or grocery shopping. You're like, it has to get done. But working out's funny because, or sticking with your meal plan's funny because it's not really like it has to get done. You can't lump that in. Like, I'm not going to run out of underwear or something like that, like if you don't do the laundry. But first and foremost, I always tell myself, nobody ever felt worse after going to the gym, period. True. I always feel 100 times better. And I tell myself that in the mirror. I look like an idiot. My sons laugh at me, but I close my door now to do it. And I look at myself in the mirror. And sometimes it takes 10 minutes.
Yeah.
And I pep talk myself. You're going to feel better after you do this. Why are you doing this? Not just why, who are you doing this for? I almost feel like the who's sometimes more important than the why.
Mm-hmm. I love that.
And yeah, I mean, and I'm doing it for me.
Mm-hmm.
So it takes seconds after that I'm putting my shoes on and I'm walking to the gym.
That's really true. Nicole, I'm going to get to you in a second, but so really, and I see there's 5 of you guys here so far. Hi guys, welcome. If you don't let us know what your name is, we cannot tell. We just see Facebook user. Marina, I see you here. Hi, Courtney, Amber, Lindsay. All right. So what I think I hear you saying, Ashley, is it takes discipline.
Absolutely. Absolutely. We have choices, right?
Mm-hmm.
We can have a candy bar or we cannot. We could have, a healthy snack, whatever that may be. That eggplant the recipe you put up, that's killer. I love it. I love it.
Right?
So yeah, it takes discipline because there is choice.
Yeah.
But when you stick to the plan, you get the results. When your discipline wins, you get the results. And that's key. That's why we're here.
That's why we're here. Nicole, what about you? Like, how do you get through, how do you stay motivated? And what happens when motivation flees for anything?
Well, I feel like being newer in the group and, trying to keep with everything, I really relied on the members of the group. And every time someone checks in their workout and I'm like, I don't want to go. I'm like, well, everyone, but I'm going to be the one that says I just didn't feel like it. So right now I feel like the group and the group support's huge for me, along with I have made some fun friends at the gym and spin class. So I know if I don't show up, they'd be like, where are you? And then they're cheering you on and giving you a high five. And it's a little community. And it's I enjoy that. And that's become fun for me. So even though I don't want to go, I know that everyone in the group's working out. My buddies at the gym are working out. And I don't want to be the slacker. So that's getting me right now.
I love that. Yeah. Sometimes all it takes is that, I'm never going to say that, you just mentioned a couple of things that really fall into accountability, which I'm really happy to hear you say, because that's really what the community is about, is to lean and support on each other. And, well, they're not, holding you to the fire to go to the gym. You are absolutely right. It motivates me. I see y'all getting your workout. I'm like, yeah, I better get my abs there too. So we all have that. So I love that. I think a lot of times too, what I like to think about is, and the question that I'll ask people is, you really have to become, and I talked about this on another call, hyper-focused, on a goal. And you can correct me if I'm wrong, but if there's not a goal in place, something that you really want to achieve, it's hard to find the discipline to have the results. So, the goal was to have a killer bikini body and maintain it. Ashley, the goal, Nicole, was to lose, some extra weight and to get, and to have a killer body. I think you have a pair of shorts or something you want to fit into. You have these things that you want to do. For me, this year's been a little bit of a struggle, but for me in the past, it was always easier. I knew I had to stand on stage in 12, 16 weeks in the tiniest bikini ever in front of hundreds and thousands of people, and that's pretty damn motivating. And then, and I think a lot of times, to relate it, I like to think about the last time you were hyper-focused or had a goal, when you wanted that job promotion or you were planning a wedding, or I think I have, interview, building a business, you know what I mean? When you have those types of goals, you create non-negotiables that go along with them, because otherwise, when motivation flees, you're not going to get it done, right? You see where I'm going with this? And I like to play that game a little, because I think that if we start to look at our health and fitness the same way, and why wouldn't we? Because guys, it's our health. I think about, I was writing this down as some pieces. I'm because I was the same way. I had a job. I was hyper focused on what I was going to achieve. I had a title in my head, and damn if I didn't do it. But I look back at everything that I lost on my way, and I'm not complaining. I enjoy the journey, and it was great. And I think, Ashley, you and I have had similar talks about things, but I was hyper focused, and everything, including my health, went to the wayside even to achieve that goal. So for me, I'm now that I look back on it, and I want to have you guys jump in on this, I'm why wouldn't you do that for your health? That's for you. Self-care.
Absolutely. That's the hope. But, I think that's why the check-ins are so key, right? Mm-hmm. Because we have this giant goal, whatever it may be, weight loss, building muscle, building a business, building a house, getting a promotion, all those things, right?
Congratulations, by the way.
Oh, thank you very much. Finally, it took a long time, but it feels good. But as human beings, if we're not seeing progress, our motivation wanes, right? We get less motivated if we're not seeing some sort of progress. We like the award. We like the attaboy. We like, the trophy at the end of the soccer game. That's just how we're built. So having those check-ins are huge. Even if the check-ins don't go great, you're like almost sometimes more motivated. Okay, I got my feedback. I saw my own pictures. I see my own measurements. Now I know what I need to focus on and where I need to go. And then always your feedback substantiates probably what we're all thinking in our heads, right? I mean, Nicole, don't you think? Like you get the feedback, you're like, yeah, that's kind of how I felt too.
Yeah.
But that is huge. The check-ins are key to the goal. The journey is a big part of it.
Yeah, I agree.
Yeah.
Guys, if you are listening in and you are enjoying this and you agree with us, drop some fire for these ladies. And Nicole, tell me a little bit about how like you lean into this or you weigh into it or how it aligns with you as far as like these goals and non-negotiables that you set.
I think, it's been difficult, like, and I just definitely the way the discipline comes in and like what Ashley was saying about the recognition, because I would see everyone in the chat saying, give it 3 weeks and people will notice. I'm like, okay, I'm gonna give it 3 weeks and someone has to notice, or someone will notice. And sure enough, 3rd week, into my 4th week, people are noticing. I mean, so I'm like, okay, it's working. So that was getting me going. That was like my hurrah. And then with the discipline and when I'm not wanting to do it, then Jules, like every weekend, my husband and I like to go out to happy hour. I'm having soda water and lime hard. Every time we go out to restaurants, I'm sitting there with my prep meal and he's ordering whatever he wants, cheeseburger, fries. He was blessed by being thin. So, but I sit there and eat my food and like, I did it and I get through it. I'm like, that was fine. It wasn't the end of the world. Like we had a good time. I didn't need to do that to enjoy our time together. And I just kept it going. And like every weekend, I'm like, nope, I got to bring my food. I don't know how to eat out yet. I don't know what to order yet. So I'm not time yet. So I just try to keep focused on the plan and what I need to be doing as far as being disciplined and keep the motivation there of keep getting the weight off. And what if I could hit 10 pounds this week? So I just like all those little nuggets are like, let's keep going. How far can we take this?
Now that's actually what I was looking for. I was wondering what it is, like what motivates you, because there's people that don't want to do that. They're going to order off the menu, but like I noticed that about you. Like, nope, you don't say much to me. I took my meals, I went and I did this, which is amazing, and you are definitely seeing the results from it. But you just said it. Like I was like, well, what has you doing that? But it's that 10 pounds. It's that magic number that just keeps you going. Then is pretty much what I just heard you say, right? That's what drives you to not have the cocktail with your husband. I mean, you could.
Yeah, but it's like wait like this. It's like I keep thinking my scale's broken. I'm like, but I can't tell. But other people working the scale says so, and I'm like, I don't know. But I'll just, like you said, trust the process. I'm like, it seems to be working, so I'll keep doing it.
Got it. So that's exactly what I do, ladies. So I always have like a list of non-negotiables. And for me, it becomes like, and it's interesting to hear like your stories and how you do it, because food becomes fuel to me. We had this conversation a couple of tribe talks below. And honestly, like and I recognize it in some of you guys sometimes. Like I know when it gets to that point, like it's almost like you have blinders on because the goal becomes so important. Like, and you become, what I said before, hyper focused. For me, and I'm not saying that this is like for all lifestyle people, it's like obviously when we look at me and I'm in prep, food is fuel. Yes, that's right, Amber. Light it up. Light everybody in the chat box. Food is fuel. And if you guys are new and watching this is something that I say all the time, because when was the last time you saw, this is my favorite saying, a tiger look over at, or a lion look over at his lioness and say, honey, I had a really bad day today, so I think I'm going to go find myself another fox to eat. We are the only mammals that eat for pleasure and or emotionally eat. That's a fact. When food is actually, quite honestly, fuel. But there becomes a point for me, even when I'm deep in prep, where I literally, it's the craziest thing. I can feel it when it happens. Like I'll lock in and there's just like no distractions. Like, I don't care. You could be flopping pizza in front of my face and I don't care. All I'm focused on is food is fuel. I will eat fish cold on an airplane with cold rice and cold. I don't care. I can't even explain it to you guys. Like, that's how locked in I'll get. But what I want to bring up is the minute that I get the treat meal after, that's a trigger. And if I don't watch myself, I can, spiral down too. So that's where those checks and balances come in. And, we have to start talking to ourselves more about the less of the I can'ts and the more that I get to's. Have you guys ever used that language before? Like, and I noticed this too, like, and again, I have you both on here. Like, I don't hear it, like, I think sometimes it's more, it has to be, I mean, Ashley, we can touch a little bit because you and I had a little bit of a you had a slight meltdown a few weeks ago, but you pulled it back, right? And it was a little bit, so it's normal, but it's not it's sometimes it happens even to me. I can't do it. But if we change our can'ts into I get to's, it changes the dialogue in our head, which makes, I think, kind of like what you said in the beginning, Ashley, a little bit easier for us to make it happen, because it's like, I get to do this versus I have to. Weigh in, ladies.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, I think it was probably 2 or 3 weeks ago, I hit a wall, I guess you could say, right? and then I texted you and I said, you're right. Sometimes you need a pep talk. We all need a pep talk sometimes. And I really needed one. It was also time to maybe eat some more food. That was a good trigger it was time to change the meal plan, but I didn't probably communicate it super well. But yeah, I mean, I think it reached a point for me. It wasn't necessarily like if I can or can't. It was like, do I want to do this? Because this is our choice. We all have the choice. We made the choice to be here. This is a life choice we've made. And we probably all have had moments of questioning, do I want to do this? And I had that moment. And then I sat myself down in front of my mirror. I pulled out my journal and I really dug deep, probably deeper than I even wanted to. Why am I doing this? Who am I doing this for? And do I want to do this? And it took 10 minutes and I was like 100% yes. I'm here. I'm choosing to be here. This is the choice that I'm making and I get to do this. I thoroughly actually enjoy it. And it's so much not about the food. It's about the discipline. And we have moments where our discipline kind of comes and goes too.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. You're getting a lot of comments right now.
Yeah. But just gotta pull yourself back in, and again, it's your choice. We've made the choice to be here and we make the choice to stay here. And the support is huge. That's what pulls us all back in when we have those moments of breakdowns. Because we're human, we do it.
Yeah, we all do it, even me. Absolutely. Yeah. I think the support is awesome. And I love what you said, so guys, somebody says the subject, I can't tell who you are, but the subject never gets old and I need to hear this again. Yeah, we always need to hear it. Like, it is like, it's ongoing. Like, we're always, as Ashley said, going to have moments. I mean, I'm sure, Nicole, you have moments too, like where you have to sit yourself down. I do too. I mean, what do you do, Nicole? We got Ashley journaling. That's great. That's so important for the mind.
I think a big thing for me, and especially this process, like we chose to do it, I get to do this, is positive self-talks. That's huge for me. Mm-hmm. So I definitely changed my mindset. Like, now that I'm in a workout routine and the meal plan, I'm like, this is fun. Like, I get to do this. I get to come work out and focus on me for a change and being healthy, like you said, versus like a promotion or where you work so hard at work, you work so hard for other things, but it never comes back to putting into yourself. And this is the first time I really invested in myself. Mm-hmm. And it's a fun thing to do.
I love that. Mm-hmm. I love hearing that. It's fun. It is. It really is. And I love that you said that, because it can be so fun, to see the results and to have the energy. Like, I think that's huge, and to feel good. Looks like we have a few guys. If you are in here, and I didn't mean to stop that, but make sure you hashtag I am here and let us know who you are. Haley. Yes. Hello. All right. So let's just kind of like talk a little, guys. And if you have any questions that you want for Ashley or Nicole, drop them in the comments as we're going, and I'll make sure they can see them as well. I'll make sure I'll let them know, and we can answer them. But so let's just kind of spin off of that. So we're talking about, like, I love how both of you ladies just went to mindset, because that's where it all starts. Like, it really does start in the head. Like, and if we can talk ourselves out, again, let's go back to the choice that Ashley was talking about. And, we can talk ourselves out of something as easily as we can talk ourselves into it. Like, it's so simple. And, a lot of times I like to talk about, it's been a while since I've said this, but, it's about choosing your heart too. And so when you're talking yourself out of something, which I do too, versus into it, you have to ask yourself, and, is it harder to talk yourself out of it and have to deal with the consequences versus just doing it? Because I don't know about how you ladies feel, but when I allow myself I let myself off the hook and I talk myself out of something versus into something, man, my guilt will eat me alive. And I think I feel worse than if I had gone and just did the thing. Those little self-talks in the mirror, Ashley.
Yep. It's so true. I mean, we all have skipped a day at the gym. Let's be honest. And we've, made up excuses or made ourselves feel better in one way or another. But in the back of our head, we know, we're like, dang, I should have just gone. Even if you rotate the days a little bit, because that's, sometimes it comes up with schedule. It happens. I'm like, oh, I'm going to make it up. I'll just move my rest day around or whatever the case may be. And like, God, if I still feel bad about doing it, like I'm letting myself down. It's not, and Jules, you and I have messaged about this and you're like, it's okay.
Yeah.
Your flight was delayed. You don't have to do the workout at home. Just move your rest day. I'm like, but I have to live with that I made that choice. Like, that's not, me checking in with you and you okaying it. It's more like me checking in with myself.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. I like that. that.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Yeah. Nicole.
Yeah. It's like, I'm good at like the talking out of it. And then you feel like, you're like, okay, yeah. But instantly later the next morning, I'm like, why? And you like instant regret, like you said, instant regret and guilt. And like, so this process I've also learned, like besides a positive talk, is being conscious decisions, where I used to catch myself not even being aware of what I was doing or eating or drinking, whatever, at the end going, oh my gosh, and so now it's like definitely a conscious effort to like get everything done or do what I need to do. And, try not to like, but that, even if I'm not motivated, just do it anyway and keep going,
Yeah, that's those non-negotiables. So guys, really what you hear both of these ladies talking about, and you've heard me say it, and this is kind of an example of it, is it's just the non-negotiables that you may not even realize that you need to set for yourself. And it's just about not crossing those boundaries. And really, like, they're just, and what I really like is, here's the deal. You guys are in this for a lifestyle. They can be flexible, as Ashley just talked about. The non-negotiables can be flexible. If you work out 6 days a week and you have a rest day, you can move that day. There are things that you can change around. Like, if you can't work out Sunday at 9 o'clock in the morning or 6 in the morning, you can move it. Like, you can have the flexibility to move things around and be flexible with whatever it might be. But it's the fact that the non-negotiable is there. And like, I like to talk about it, it's like brushing your teeth. And that's the biggest thing. Like, I kind of wanted to really kind of like wrap around this, is the stronger you are with the non-negotiables, the better your habits become. It starts to lean itself into a lifestyle. And I actually just posted this today, and I can't for the life of me remember which one of you. If you are in here and you are the one that and maybe it was you, Nicole, but one of the wins this week, and it was like music to my ears when I heard it, is it's become a lifestyle. Like, I don't even have to think about it anymore. Like, I just do it. And that's the ultimate goal, guys, is it becomes like brushing your teeth. It's a non-negotiable that now becomes a habit. And, because let's face it, what you were doing before wasn't working. That's why you're here. So, it's, as Ashley said, it's your choice to make the decision on whether you're going to follow the process or you're not. But what you were doing over there wasn't working, or you wouldn't be here. So now, like, it's just almost like about saying, okay, having acceptance and being like, okay, well, this is that new lifestyle. And it doesn't have to be like, by the way, Christy, congratulations, you've been kicking butt in here too. It doesn't have to be like I'm here to teach you a lifestyle. And what I'm trying to say is the more you learn, the more you earn, the more that you stick with the plan. And again, I'm going to refer to Ashley right now. She's been here for a while, and Amber's in this right now as well. I was going to have her on the call. I mean, both these ladies are eating way more than they did when they came to me, and they're like little fat burning machines right now. Like, it's crazy. I don't think, did you ever think you'd be eating 1,600 calories and close to 200 carbs?
I'm eating nonstop.
Yeah. And everybody has the ability to get there, but like, that is like, it will become a lifestyle, but it's that journey in the beginning that can be a challenge. And Ashley's not going to lie to you. Like, she went through it as well. So did Amber. Amber's in here. I don't know if Amber's still here. You can drop some information in there, but like, they both started there. It was just like you, Nicole, like, it was the discipline, and you're going to get there too. And it becomes a lifestyle, and you learn to have the cocktails, you learn to have the treat meals. They might look different than they did before because that shit wasn't working before, but you're still enjoying life. And, even you, Nicole, you're still enjoying life, even though you're really still being super strict on your plan. Like you just said, like, but I'm still having fun. I'm still there. It's just, I'm not doing the other things.
Yep, I got too wrapped up in that, and then like that's what made it fun. And I'm like, no, that's not necessarily the truth. I can sit here, have a good time and not indulge in the drinks and the food, and just enjoy my company.
Yeah, no, I love that. So guys, it is 6:00. I don't want to go over. Does anybody have any questions for either one of these ladies? I can talk today. For Ashley or Nicole, drop them in the comments. And if you, somebody just wrote in that this shit wasn't working before. Nope, it wasn't. If you guys like this, drop some fire in the comments. Let us know that you enjoyed this. If you got something from this, let us know. Hashtag too, if you guys watch this on the replay, and let us know if you have any questions. Ladies, do you have any more gems you want to drop on these ladies? If you could tell them one thing, what would it be?
I think the lifestyle portion is key.
Mm-hmm.
That's huge. It's not, I'm doing this diet for a while to get to where I want to go. It's a total different mindset. And that is a giant shift once you reach that point where you're like, this is my lifestyle and I like it.
Oh, that I like. This is my lifestyle and I like it. We're going to put that on a Post-it note. I love that one. Yes, this is my lifestyle and I like it. Guys, I think everybody write that in the chat box if you are listening. Repeat that again, Ashley. We're going to make them write that in the chat box.
This is my lifestyle and I like it.
This is my lifestyle and I like it. I want to see it in the comments, guys. This is my lifestyle and I like it. Nicole, you got any gems you want to drop on these ladies before we go?
Yeah, I think being a newbie in the group, I just think the discipline and the hard work has been definitely worth it so far, especially seeing results and people notice, and just, it's very motivating. So as hard as it is the moment, it'll be worth it afterwards.
Wasn't your win that you got?
I got a
Jim complimented you. Yeah.
Yeah. My friends came over to Chairmaster and two male friends were like high-fiving me, and the lady next to me, she was hot as could be, but boy, did I get those dirty looks, and it was amazing.
I died laughing when I read that. Like, you made my whole day when I read that. I was like, that's awesome. All right, guys. So yeah, just be consistent. Remember, guys, as you have choices, it is your choice to do this. And as we said before, this shit wasn't working before, so you made the choice to come. And remember, guys, you want to think about the I get tos versus I can't. Thank you very much, guys, for coming. I don't see any questions in the chat box. We appreciate you all. Hope you guys got value. And again, thanks for coming. If you watch this on the replay, please hashtag replay so we know you were here. And have a great evening. Peace out.